everyone, and Merry Christmas. Well, it's not Christmas yet, but it's going to be closer to Christmas by the time I get this up. First thing is I want to apologize. I know I don't have, if it bothers you, I know I don't have any makeup on or anything, and my background in the house isn't even perfect right now, as you might find out as we go through this. But I have worked the past 6 days straight, and I'm working the next 8 days in a row. It's the 16th, and I'll be working every day between now and Christmas. So this is my one day off to try to show you what I can here. You also might notice that I am dressed different. I did try to film this last week on my last day off, but everything went wrong. Phone calls, people had to show at the door, and so that was just kind of crazy. And then on top of that, I had only 4 of the 5 boxes. I was just going to let the last one go, but it didn't have all the parts of the series. Everything was mixed up, so I went through the boxes. So I decided to refilm this and get that going a little more smoothly for you. So I do apologize you're not seeing my initial reactions to these. I was hoping to show you that, but it didn't happen. But it might be a good thing because the orders kind of went a little loopy on top of that. I got books that I didn't order and duplicates of others. So I was very confused as I went through that whole unboxing. So it is probably better that I'm restarting this. But no, I don't look my greatest. I'm sorry. I really don't care. It's my day off. So I'm just going to relax and show you what I got, because here next to me, I have approximately 100 books. I don't have the exact count. I'll have that for you in the description as I have this video. I will count them up. So I'm getting tongue-tied. So I want to just share these with you just really briefly because there's so many. I'm not going to go through the descriptions of a lot of these because we just kind of move this along. Otherwise you'll be here all day with me. But I did want to show you what I got. I'd love to know your thoughts later on that as to what you think of what I have. Mostly it's young adult, but there is some adult, there's some graphic novels, some manga, some nonfiction. It's a mix of everything, but you might get a decent feel for some of the stuff I enjoy reading. This, however, I got to admit, was a lot of whim buying. I just went crazy on Book Outlet and just went nuts with their Black Friday sales, what this all is from. And basically, I got things off recommendations. A lot of these are for series that I might have the first book of, but don't have the rest. Or series that just caught my eye while I was on the site even, or from other people on from Goodreads, things like that. Most of these I actually know little to nothing about. I probably read the description at some point in the past, and if it got added to a list. Others I just grabbed right then and there based off the cover or the author, or if you like this, you'll like this type of thing. I just went crazy. So I'm not entirely sure what all I got. I did try to make sure that if I didn't get the first book of the series, if it's part of a series, that I at least already own, because I don't like to do a lot of skipping now unless I own at least the first book. That's really important to me now. But I got a ton here, and let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to share with you here is part of the Dragon Riders of Pern series, which was a series started by Anne McCaffrey. This one's primarily by Todd McCaffrey, and that is Dragon's Time. I actually own a lot of this series, and hopefully eventually I'll have the entire thing. The next one is This Monstrous Thing by Mackenzie Lee. This one here is The Rose Society by Mary Lou. Arise by Tara Hudson. Made for You by Melissa Marr. A Darkly Beating Heart by Lindsay Smith. Should pull the stack up 1 second here. Okay. Insignia by S.J. Kincaid. Oh, another one by Mary Lou for the Midnight Star. The Valiant by Leslie Livingston. Drift and Dagger by Kendall Culper. Siren's Song by Mary Weber. And Last Star Burning by Caitlin Sangster. This one in particular I'm really excited for. I actually should have bought it a while back. I bought it about a year ago for a secret sister of mine and didn't get myself a copy, and I've been kicking myself ever since. So there's that. Now this next one here is one of the few things I did buy as something. I've actually read the series and loved it. It's part of The Winter's Curse, which I only own the first book of, so I got The Winter's Kiss and The Winter's Crime. And this is by Marie Rutkowski. I'm a little frustrated that I couldn't get this one in hardback, so it would match the series, plus it would match the covers. I actually like the original covers. I'm not a big fan of this redesign. But at least I own all 3 now, so I can read them, and it was cheap enough. So eventually I will get that last one in hardback as well, so it'll match. So next up, I have these. Here I have Reboot and Rebel by Amy Tintara. I have a couple here by Ursula K. Le Guin. So I have The Word for World is Forest. This is actually really small. Surprised how small that is. That's going to be a really fast read. The next one is part of the Earthsea series, and that is Tahano. So I can continue that series. These next 2 are by Amy Plume. I have Until the Beginning and After the End, which is actually the first one here, I believe. So I have those. Now this one here, I read the first book of the series and loved it, and that was Howl's Moving Castle. I actually did a video on that not too long ago, but this is the sequel to it, which is Castle in the Air. It does have a different main character though, so we'll see how that goes, but I did get that. And because I enjoyed the author on that, I grabbed another one of her books, which is Enchanted Glass. And both of these are by Diana Wynne Jones. Next up is The Burning Sky and The Perilous Sea. These are both by Sherry Thomas. Then here I have like 2 of these books in the series already, and I'm just kind of filling the holes now because I have like, I think like the 1st and 5th or something like that. I don't even know. I'm so confused on the series order on this. So I'm just trying to buy the gaps. And that is the Edge Chronicles series by Stewart and Riddle. So here I have Freeglader, The Curse of the Glumgleiser, and The Nameless One. So I have more to add to that series. One second here. Oops. Sorry, I'm trying to find places to put these as we go. The next, I have the first book, but here's books 2 and 3 of the Fionarva Tapestry. I have not read the series yet, but I have The Wandering Fire, and I have The Darkest Road. These are by Guy Gavriel Kay. The next few are from a series I started years ago that I really loved. It's part of the Redwall series. I don't know if it's Brian Jacks or Jack Hughes. I'm not sure how you say the last name. If you know, please let me know and correct me on any mispronunciations down below. I'm just kind of going through these real quick, and I'm not even fully awake yet. So this is Eulalia, Marl Fox, and Doomwhite. This was a really fun series, what I read of it. Very playful. I mean, animals are your heroes. Come on, they're the best. So, another one, this is another fantasy series that's really lighthearted and a lot of fun. Good for some laughs. It's Terry Pratchett's Discworld series. If you have not read these, please do so. I have never finished it. Hoping to do so at some point, up to wherever it ended. Or got to, I should say. And I got a few more to add to the collection of what I own for that. And I now have Wintersmith, A Hat Full of Sky, and The We Free Men, The Beginning. So I'll be working on those as well. If you want something fun for the holidays, there's some movies based off the Discworld series, just so you guys know. One is called The Hogfather. If you ever get your hands on it, it's not the fastest paced movie. It's really good. Perfect for the holidays, especially that little bit of twist where Death himself has to be Santa for the holiday season because Santa has disappeared. Okay. So this next box, I have another series here. This I've read is by Darren Shane. I have not actually read this series, but I've been reading his zombie series, and it's very light and playful, different, for it's like a horror. It's both gruesome yet not too over the top dark and horrific. So I wanted to give another one of his series a chance, so I got the Dementia series. So here I have volumes 1 and 2 of that. So I have Lord Loss and the Demon Thief. 3 and 4 here for Slaughter and Beck. Blood Beast and Demon Apocalypse. And Death's Shadow and Wolf's Island. So hopefully I like this series because I kind of got quite a few of those books there. The next one here is by Natalie C. Parker. So I got Beware the Wild and Behold the Bones. Wow, I'm dropping books or trying to. This is part of the series To the Map to Everywhere. So I got City of Thirst and Shadows of the Lost Sun. Again, was hoping to get this in a hardback to match, but didn't have that available at the time. So if I like the series, I will eventually replace that up. Otherwise, I have it to at least read it. These I've been wanting to read for a while because of all the hype. A lot of people I know have really enjoyed these, so I'm giving them a chance. And that is Scythe and Thunderhead. These are both by Neil Shusterman, so hopefully I like those. That was purely off a recommendation by. Well, I'll be honest, it sounded interesting too. So, this is part of the Monument 14 series. That's by Amy Laybourne. I got Sky on Fire and Savage Drift. Here I got a couple by Danny Colin and Etain Colin. I'm probably mispronouncing that name. And that is The Unincorporated Man and The Unincorporated War. Okay, then I got a couple here from the Wicked series by Nancy Holder and Debbie Vigue. Again, pronunciations. That is for Vanquished and Damned that I have. Next up, I have part of the Pendragon series. I have several of these already. Have not started this, but continuing to buy them. So this is by DJ McCall. So I have 6 here, which is The Rivers of Zeta. And then I have the Quinlan games. So I'll be adding those to my collection. The next 2 here are by Holly Jennings, and that is Arena and Gauntlet. Okay, so the next series, I'm a little skeptical of this, but I have the first book, and I don't know, it just seems so bizarre that I want to continue it. And these are not in order, I want to show you these, but oh well. Just to move this along, this is part of the Werewolf series. It's by Curtis Jobling. This is completely out of order, but hey. So I have a few books here. I have Nest of Serpents, Shadow of the Hawk, War of the Werelords, Storm of Sharks, and Rage of Lions. So I don't know what I think of these. I believe the first one had some mixed reviews, so we'll see what I think. But they were at a good price, so I got them. Okay. Next up here, I have a couple by Anthony John. This is part of the Elemental series, so I have Firebrand. That one somehow got cut. I wasn't happy about, especially since it wasn't a scratch and dent copy, but oh well. And Renegade. So I got those there. The next few here are by Amanda Hawking. So I have the complete Trill collection here for their trilogy. So I can read those. And then these 2 here are part of the Canaan Chronicles. I have Ice Kissed and I have Frostfire. I love these covers. They're so pretty. And I love the colors. Okay. So now we're going to change some things up. Let's get into some graphic novels and some manga, shall we? So I have the graphic novel here, Frostbite. This is a lot smaller than I thought it would be, especially for the price. So this is by Joshua Williamson, Jason Sean Alexander, and Luis, I don't know how to say that, Nicked NCT. I don't know why there's no, yeah. So I probably just totally butchered that. Hey. Give me vowels, that's what happens. Okay, so I have the Yokai Rental Shop volumes 1, 2, and 3 here. I'll show you the covers of each of these here briefly. So I'll start with the first one. This was just a good priced series I know nothing about. It just, yeah, sounds like an interesting paranormal based off the series title and covers. So I grabbed those, so hopefully I like that. Next one, this is one I've been wanting to read for a while now. This is The Captive Hearts of Oz. This is by Rio Marua and Meminowski Maru. I am probably butchering half these names today, so I do apologize for that. Again, please correct me on any mispronunciations on any of these. So I have volumes 1, 2, and 3 for that. I'll show you those covers here as well. So I love the world of Oz from The Wizard of Oz. I think it's very creative and unique and can have a lot of fun with and do different retellings with. So I'm excited for this one. Next up, I thought this was a manga. I believe they had it listed as a manga. It's not. It's a light novel. Is Toradorus by Yuyuko Takamiya and Yasu. I mean, it says art, but there are some pictures, but it is a novel. This with the occasional single panel, like there. So, a bit disappointed in that, but hopefully the story's good. And I got these graphic novels here for The Nameless City and The Stone Heart. And that is by Faith Erin Hicks and Jordi Belair. Then I have Red Riding Hood and the Big Sad Wolf. And so I have these two here. I'm gonna hold off on that 1 second. Okay, I have Remonster Volume 1. And for the sake that I'm not awake, have not had any caffeine yet, and it's still early morning, I am not going to attempt any more names on these. Sorry, I will probably utterly butcher them. Magia the Ninth, Volume 1. Golden Time, Volume 1. That just looked amusing. This is part of a series I have but have yet to read it. I'm actually going to be missing a volume in between for I need 8 and 9 now, but I have the first other 7 volumes. And that is for Amazing Agent Luna. This is an omnibus here. I'm turning around for you, sorry. And Magical Girl Spec Ops or Special Ops probably. That's how you actually would say it. Volume 1 there. A few more, not quite done yet, so don't go anywhere. Trying to dodge around this box. Okay. The next ones I have here, is the collection of some of the original Devilman, the classic collection here. I now have. This is going to take me a bit. This is several volumes, looks like, in one. So hopefully I like that because I also got some of the Devilman grimoires made much later. So hopefully I like the series. The next one I got was a graphic novel by Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez, and that is Tales from the Dark Side. After reading the whole Lock and Key series, I wanted to read more. This one, again, we're going back to Discworld here. I got Terry Pratchett's Discworld coloring book to have fun and do that with. So hopefully I'll have some fun coloring that. Looks like I got some good details to that. Okay. 2 more overstuffed boxes and we are done, everyone. The next one, this is another series. I have read this series. Loved this series. It's a retelling series. It starts with The Madman's Daughter here, and it's by Megan Shepherd. So this one is a retelling of The Island of Dr. Moreau. It moves on to Her Dark Curiosity. It's all part 1 series, mind you, and this is a Jekyll and Hyde retelling, followed by A Cold Legacy, which will go into Frankenstein. They have the elements of each one for a retelling, but it's actually the same main character that goes to the situations of each, so it's really different and really good. If you have not read those, I do recommend them. Oop, We missed a Terry Pratchett book here. So The Amazing Maurice and His Educated Rodents. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a small stack here to make it a little bit faster. Okay, so this is part of the Hunter Chronicles. This is The Legend Thief. This is by E.J. Patton. Hold on here, sorry. I did a little book readjustment here before I messed up books. Brandon Sanderson's Calamity. If you've never read anything by him, I've heard he's really good. I've actually yet to read him. Shame on me. So I'm collecting all his books before I read them, apparently. I'm hoping to start this next year, though. So this is Everlost by Neil Shusterman. The Beauty of Darkness by Marie E. Pearson. One second, everyone. And no, for the sake of time, I'm not even going to attempt to edit any of this. So you get to see all my blunders as I go through this. So this is by Gabby Triana. It's Wake the Hollow. Dreamfall by Amy Plume. Sorry, I'm not putting it very close. Deception by C.J. Redwine. And Pacifica by Kirsten Simons. Okay. Next is these books are by Ellen Schreiber. These are part of the Full Moon series. I have Full Moon Kisses and Magic of the Moonlight. Okay. Next up is a Tamara Pierce book. I read her Alana series years ago and loved it, so I wanted to read some more of her stuff. This is the sequel to Trickster's Choice. This is Trickster's Queen. So, just buying a sequel so I can read the whole series all at once. These, again, is just continuing a series. I have The Rule of Mirrors and The Keeper of Ages by Parag M. O'Brien. Idols by Margaret Stoll. Soundless by Rochelle Mead. Really want to see that. It's smaller than I expected for that one. It's a lot thinner. Ketchup Clouds by Annabelle Pitcher. I almost want to read that one alone just for the title. It's just so random. Never Ever by Sarah Sadie. Okay, and now we're going to go into the last box. 1 second, everyone. I have to actually pull this one towards me. It doesn't finish breaking. Okay. So, this one I've read the first book of and have read most of this one. That's The Burning World by Isaac Marion. This is a lot thicker than the first book, by the way. But hey, if you like zombies and comedy, yeah. Warm Bodies by him is really good. Well worth reading. This I grabbed. If you know me, I collect Star Wars, so it's time to go with what Disney's done with the remakes and go with some of their books with that world. So I have Guardian of the Wills here. And that is by Greg Rucka. This is Sarah J. Maas's series, A Court of Frost and Starlight. I've read the books up to this, but I've yet to read this one, so I'm hoping I love this just as much. I actually need to collect the rest of the books in the series, but my library doesn't have that, so I have to get my hands on it. The Dungeoners by John David Anderson. This was a complete whim just based off the title. Dragon Age: The Calling by David Gator. Sarah Lovett, Acquired Motives. This is The Descendant. It's a complete Nikki Glass series by Jenna Black. Nice big collection here to read. Slade House by David Mitchell. Nemesis by Brendan Reichs. Windfall by Jennifer E. Smith. Shadow Song by S.J. Jones. Containment by Hank Parker. Shattered Minds by Laura Lamb. And we got a book jam here. Here we go on the nonfiction. I got Well Played, The Ultimate Guide to Awakening Your Family's Playful Spirit, which is about games, projects, adventures, and fun, it says, by Meredith Sinclair. This I'm buying on a whim just for some new, like, fresh ideas for the household. Okay, I love her music. I love some things she says. She's a complete geek in all the best ways. Is a book by Lindsay Sterling. Is the only pirate at the party. So I want to read what she has to say about her life and everything. This one here is by Nora McInerney Permort. Ugh. It's okay to laugh. Crying is cool too. And a memoir there. Almost done, guys. Talker 25. This series. This is The Invisible Monsters. This is by Joshua McCoon. Timescape by Robert Liparulo. This is, I think, the 4th book to the series, I believe. Yeah, book 4. I have the first 3. Glenn Cook's The Chronicles of Black Company. I have that series there to read. Nil on Fire by Lynn Matson. I have the other books in the series prior to that, although those are in hardback, and I didn't realize I ordered a paperback, so whoops on my part. I have Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinboro. Dangerous Women. This is a collection of stories edited by George R.R. Martin and Gardner Dozois. Anyways, there's I'll show you the cover here. So it says here there's Jim Butcher, Diana Gabaldon, Lev Grossman, Sherilyn Kenyon, Brandon Sanderson, Sharon K. Penman, Joe Abercrombie, Carrie Vaughn, and many more authors contributed to this. So I'm really excited to see this. And this is basically any women that are dangerous, from assassins, queens and dictators, to superheroes and everything in between. So, go ladies. Okay, this one I got because I liked one book he read. He did already. I read Rooms. This is James L. Rupert, and this is Soul's Gate. So I'm hoping I will like this as much as I did like the others. That is a religious fiction-based book, though, so may not be to everyone's taste on that one. This one is Her Fearful Symmetry. It's by Audrey Niffenegger. And then Happier at Home by Gretchen Rubin. So, which kind of fits the story of my life. So, that's it, guys. That's all the books, short of the misorders, duplicates, and gifts for other people. Those I pulled out already. If you've read any of these and you enjoyed them, I'd love to know which ones. Feel free to let me know which ones I should be hitting right away. Or what you didn't like, for that matter. If you've read them and you didn't like them, let me know. Maybe I'll put them on the back burner, or maybe I'll read them even sooner. Who knows? Also, just any covers caught your attention or anything like the TBR, just let me know what you think of these. If there's any particular genre you'd like to see more of in the future, also let me know that. In the meanwhile, have a great Christmas, everyone, and I'll see you in the new year.